My name is Philippe Zebax-Duquet. I am the General Manager of the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, which, as you probably know, includes a number of activities. One of them being this technology transfer help desk, managed by Luca. Thank you, Luca, for organizing this event together with you. So what I wanted to tell you this morning is to perhaps highlight a little bit the framework in which we are working, and I guess you know what the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation is, but in a nutshell, keep in mind it's a joint initiative by the European Commission and METI. It's jointly funded, it's jointly managed, and we have an office here in Tokyo and an office in Brussels. And what we do is to promote cooperation between Europe and Japan in terms of industry, trade, investment, innovation, and people mobility. So, my 3 points for you maybe this morning is to inform you about what are our 3 main orientations or priorities. First and foremost, number 1 priority is to make sure that the EU-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement is fully used by businesses in Europe and in Japan, in particular by the small businesses, by the SMEs. We know that this is a challenge. We know that today, for instance, in Europe, we have 64,000 businesses, direct exporters to Japan, and 88% of them are SMEs. 64,000 direct exporters to Japan out of 22 or 3 million businesses, most of them small businesses in Europe. So there is probably a big potential number of SMEs in Europe which do not know enough the EPA, and even less how to use this EPA. So our objective, number 1, is to ensure full implementation, full utilization by small businesses of the EPA. Second objective is that, of course, it would be a mistake to believe that because we have an EPA, then we all of a sudden solve all problems for the internationalization of businesses. This is not the case. We have to integrate, this is the objective, we have to integrate what we do regarding the EPA, in particular in our case the EPA help desk that we have put in place, in the other sort of services that we are also doing, like for instance the public procurement help desk, or the cooperation between clusters, industrial clusters in Europe and in Japan, like the business missions that we do. So integration of whatever we do regarding EPA with the other services that we provide to help SMEs internationalization, this is a key challenge and an objective. And the third one is, I must say, it came to me as a surprise when I arrived in Japan some time ago. We see that the EPA is also triggering new activities which are not stricto sensu in the EPA. And I give you one example. This is the big trend that we see now for European and Japanese businesses to team up for operating jointly together in third markets, in Southeast Asia, in Latin America, in Africa. And this is a big trend because, for example, if I just give you one number, 70% of the German businesses in Japan are not only in Japan for the Japanese market. They are in Japan to team up with Japanese companies and go together. Many sort of format for this together might be a partnership, an alliance, a joint venture, and go together in Southeast Asia. And the same trend is actually for the French businesses and the Italian businesses teaming up with Japanese businesses. So this is something new. This is something which is significant in terms of number, and this may have also an impact on our activities. So that's what I wanted to highlight to you, this EPA utilization, integration of our services, and also taking into account of these new orientations that may have an impact on our sectors. Last point, you know that the European Commission is actually in a transition phase, moving from President Juncker to the President-elect Ms. Ursula von der Leyen. And from that point of view, there is also a change which is coming up in the Commission with one commissioner in charge of what is today the Directorate General for Industry, DG GROW, but also DG Connect, dealing with digital economy, and the Defense and Space new DG. So this is quite a significant change which will improve the coherence on these key sectors. As you know, the mega trends today for us are digital economy, circular economy, in the case of Japan, agro-food sector, and one is emerging also as something very interesting for both sides, that's the defense and the space sector. Thank you, and I wish you all the best for this very interesting seminar that you have put in place thanks to Luca.